How's it going, everybody? This is a quick little, I don't know. I don't even know if I should call this a ride along because I don't think I'm going to be taking these out for a spin. That's not my intention. I literally did not think this out. And what I'm doing is basically from the forums. There's a forumer named GBSMAN812. So Gibbsman, maybe? And this forumer messaged me and asked about the SU-100 and the Panther, and literally he was asking about with the SU-100. Let me go ahead and highlight that guy right there. You can see that I run the vents, gun rammer, and the GLD. Now he's asking me how come I don't use a camo net and binoculars on that particular tank. And he was talking about how he uses that equipment setup on all of his tank destroyers. So basically, I answered that question as to why, and I'll share that with you as well. And that is basically whenever I set up equipment, it's based on the game style play that I'm going to use with this. I mean, some people are very standoffish, some people are very aggressive, maybe in the middle. You got to figure out who you are as a player. And then, set up your tank the way that's going to help you play. So basically, here's the tank, first of all. What is this tank? This tank here, and I'm looking at the top package because that's what you would, aspire to have once it was open and available. With this particular tank, first of all, the aim time is 2.90. Well, that's a year and a day in my book. That is ridiculously long for an aim time. Now, I imagine you're sitting here. You're a turretless tank destroyer, and there is a target. It's in your view. Maybe you're already looking at it, and you only have to move a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe you have to move your whole hull. If you do, though, movement of any kind, you have a 2.9%. 2.9%. You have a 2.90 aim time. Which is really long. So you need to decrease that because your opportunity is only so long. The accuracy is 0.43. You really can't do anything about that, except for vents, and that's not really part of our discussion, but I'm just throwing it in there. And then the rate of fire is 4.69 rounds per minute. Now, if it was 4 rounds per minute, just as a benchmark number, then you can just kind of imagine that it'd be 15 seconds for every round. Now, this is really 4.5 rounds, so you're looking at like 13-ish seconds just off the cuff. It's kind of a long time, so those are reasons why I'm going to go ahead and put on the gun rammer to decrease the load time, because I want to increase my DPM, and I'm going to put on the GLD because the aim time is so bad. Now, isn't that interesting that visually we were looking at the SU-100, and these were the correct stats, though, by the way, just showing you. But when I came back out of that, wasn't it interesting that the Panther was being shown, even though I was highlighting the SU-100? Now, the camouflage rating is high, and he did point that out to me, and we'll come up with that. He's basically saying, the camouflage is high. Why don't you increase that by putting the camo net and that sort of thing. Also, the view range is 350. So, 350, it's so-so. But again, are binoculars great? Absolutely. Is camouflage net great? Absolutely. But having only a couple of equipment spots, I have to say who is most important to me. And I just explained why those two are more important than a camo net and binoculars for me on this particular tank. Plus, with this particular gun, and I wish I could articulate it better, with a 122 millimeter gun, when this thing fires, it really says, "Hi, I'm here," versus a smaller caliber weapon. This really reveals your camouflage rating a lot worse than, say, a smaller calibered gun. So once you fire, you just lost a lot of your camo rating. So my point, though, is just get a lot of shells downrange. Now, over here, hello, wait a minute, what's going on? Now, granted, it's a tier 7. But on the Panther, he was asking, and let me just go ahead and take a quick look here. So he's like, All right, so anyway, so he's like asking about how the Ag Panther has a view range of 370, and if you go like this, you can see that it does. Only an average camouflage rating, and he says you use binoculars in camo, but when you use the SU-100 with a view range of 350, you have no binoculars, and you let the team spot for you. So, he goes on for some more details. So basically, he's like, why? Basically, why? He's asking me, why do you run this one with the binocs and camo, and this one you don't? Well, I've already explained this one. Over here, it has less camouflage and better view range by default. So the 25% of 370 is much greater. I get more bang for my buck. Using the binoculars at a 25% increase of view range. And then 25% of 350. Also, too, this one here, go ahead and take a look quickly here. I don't know if this means anything to you, but 200 penetration, 320, 7.32 rounds per minute, aim time 1.7. Well, I don't need a GLD. I mean, it doesn't make sense to put a GLD on this. Let's pretend everything was equal, right? Except for aim time. The GLD is unnecessary. This one has a much quicker rate of fire than the SU. So a gun rammer, although fun, don't get me wrong, you could live without. Okay, I personally could live without. It's kind of a balance. So the amount of time for the reload, the amount of time for aim time is good enough for me. So I will go ahead and not use that equipment. And then maximize my advantage of being standoffish, increasing the camouflage rating, and then using binoculars. So I hope that answers your question out there, Gibbsman. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. All right, guys. I don't know where I'm going to slip this video in, but it will be popping out with something. All right, catch you later. How's it going, guys? I'm going to go ahead and jump over real quick and just share the love. Who doesn't like spending money, huh? So let's go ahead and jump over to the tank tech tree. Jump down to the British line here. And you can see they are running a sale on some of these tanks. And there you go. Had this guy unlocked for a long time. Now I'm actually buying them. Buying tanks crazy. Oh, I think they need to sand that off and maybe repaint that. It's getting a little rusty. Ta-da! It's pretty cool. I'm not going to deal with the moving crews around right now. Let's take a quick look at the two mediums that I've just purchased. One in this video and in real life a little while ago. And as far as the video is concerned, you didn't get to see it, but where'd he go? Right, there he is. Here's one. Whoops. There's that one. Oh, well. Whoops, what am I doing? And that one. Wow. Okay, so I purchased this one a little while back. Purchased that one tonight. Purchased that one right in front of your eyes. And it really does look like it. Well, very similar. Oh, look at that. That's cool. That's cool. Huh. So here's the top end Comet. And then you get up to the Centurion. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed me sharing this very quick and short show and share of my latest mediums. I'm actually really looking forward to playing this tank. Heard a lot of good things about it. Huh. And then of course this guy here. So you got the A44 and you got the T43. T43 being more the more traditional. Look at that guy. Look at that guy's turret. That guy just gets silly. Look at this one. Bam. That's pretty cool. And then you get to this bad boy. Oh, forget about it. All right, cool. All right, guys. Catch you later.
Now, where did my crew go off to? Oh, I see. There they are. Okay, girls. Tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.